Hello guys, welcome back. So in this section I'm going to tell you how to insert images. Okay, so a web page is incomplete without inserting any pictures, right? Any website you see here, I have written Apple website. Go to Apple website and see. A web page is something which has a lot of images. You can see the image. You have some images. So images are something very important. Okay, so images should be included in a web page so that it looks more beautiful. Okay, so how to insert some images, let us see that now. Okay, so okay, fine. So I'm going to remove the body. Okay, and I'm going to save this and I'm going to reload this. So let me download some images. Okay, I'm just typing images. Okay, so go to images. You can see the first image here, and now I'm going to download this image. So save image, save image in, so where is it getting saved? Go to this PC, no, go to documents, VS Code, and I'm going to save this there. Okay, as soon as you save this in the folder of VS Code, I mean Visual Studio Code, which I have created if you remember during the installation. So as soon as I downloaded that in the folder, you can see here, if you open this, you can see the image over here. So it is directly coming over here. So since this is very difficult to pronounce, let me rename this. Okay, so this is JPG file. I'm going to rename this. I'm just going to name it as tree. Okay, I'm going to close it, and you can see it's getting automatically updated as tree.jpg. Fine. So okay, let me close this. So I want this image to get displayed over my web page which I am currently creating. Okay, so for that, what you need to do, you need to insert an image here. So for that, the keyword is img. So there is a tag called image tag. Okay, so image is an auto closing tag. Okay, and for this image, there is a source, src. Source equals, source means, if you remember in the last lecture we have discussed about links, isn't it? So hyperlinks, href is the reference for the link. In the same way, for the image, src is the link for the image. So what's the image? You can see here, tree.jpg. It's already displaying over here. Go there and press enter. You can see source equals tree.jpg. If you save this and reload this page, you can see that the image gets displayed over here. So how to adjust the height and width of this image? Because the image should not be this much size, right? Sometimes it should be smaller size, sometimes medium, sometimes larger. So in order to make our web page more beautiful, we have to adjust its size, right? So how to adjust its size? Let us see that. Before going into that, there is some other keyword which is called alternative, alt. Okay, simple. Alt is another keyword which you need to use. So you can specify something. Okay, image, I mean image of tree. So you should give the information of the image in the alt. Okay, so where is this used? So let me save this. It's saved. Let me reload this. There is nothing change in this web page. but where is it getting used? So if you take a blind person, so he will use the screen reader. So during the screen reader, a, the screen reader will not read the image, right? It cannot read the image. So whatever you write in the alt tag, the same will be read by the screen reader. Okay, so a blind person, whenever he takes about the screen reader, it reads all the paragraphs, and when the image comes, it will say that the image of tree. Okay, not the just image of tree, it will specify to the user, and it will read again the remaining paragraph. So there, this alt is getting used. Not only there, okay, sometimes if you open some web pages at the time where you have a poor internet connection, then you can see that the image is not getting displayed, but instead of the image, there is some text getting displayed over there. So whatever the text you write here, the same will be displayed here in place of image, if the internet is not good. Not only that, okay, if you give, instead of jpg, I mean tree.jpg, if you give tree1.jpg, okay, there is no such thing tree1.jpg on your folder, you can see. Let me save this. Okay, there is nothing like this. Okay, with this name there is no image. So whenever you reload now, you can see image of tree is getting displayed over here. Okay, so this cannot be found. Okay, this tree1.jpg cannot be found because we only have tree.jpg. So instead, it since it hasn't found anything with this link, with this source, it will just type this text here. Sometimes if your internet connection is not good in some of the web pages, you may see such things, right? In this symbol you can see something written over here. So how is that getting there? When it is in the alt tag, then the same things will be getting over here. Sorry. Okay, fine. So now let me redo this. Let me save this. Let me reload this. Yeah, fine. So this is how this is where the alt tag is getting used. And now you have to give some width and height. Okay, you have to specify some width and height. So how to specify that? Width equals, you can give some width in pixels. Okay, let me give 500. Okay, let me give 500. Okay, and then after width you can also specify height. Height equals something around 200, suppose, because I don't know. Basically, when you do this type of coding, there will be a specific specs sheet. Okay, specifications sheet, in which they are already gonna mention width and height. Fine. So let me save this and let me reload this. Now you can see that the height and width has been changed. If you want to increase the height, you can increase. If you want to decrease the width, you can decrease. Let me decrease this to 200, and let me increase the height to 300 or 400, suppose. Let me save this and let me reload this. You can see here. So you can play around with these things. Okay, this is not that much beautiful, so you can also change the width again to 300. You can decrease the height to 300, so that now it will become the square picture. Okay, yeah. So you can change the height and width like this. Okay, by specifying the height and width, you can give the alt. I have just told you what's the use of alt tag, and source is the source for the image tag. Fine. So now I'm going to explain how to shift between two or three web pages. Okay, so let me create a new html page, um, and this may be something html. Okay, fine. I'm sorry, Let me rename this HTML page dot HTML. Fine, fine. Next this would be apple dot HTML. Fine, right. So now um, let me open this HTML page and write some coding, HTML coding. Okay, doc type HTML and next HTML. You better practice like this. Don't use the auto correction keys. Okay, you practice it yourself. Write the head and then we'll have a body. Inside head we'll have title. So title title, and the title would be HTML page. Fine. Inside the body you can write some paragraph which is saying this page is a HTML page. HTML is a hypertext markup language. Okay, this is basically used for front end development. Okay, development, development, ENT. Okay, so for back end we can use Java, Python, or any other programming language. Basically, we will not use Python, sorry, Java or .NET. Okay, so you can write different statements. Okay, you can. I want to give a break statement here. Okay, so let me show you how this page looks. Okay, so I don't want to show you now. Okay, I also have this Apple page, isn't it? So I have to write some coding now. Mm. So this is basically the thing which you will get by our own. Okay, here I have written on my own. So let me show you this thing. Let me delete these two lines because it's not used for now, but let me explain the remaining things. Okay, so here there is lang equals en means English language, lan means language. Okay, so you can write this HTML pages in English. So here you can see we are using English web pages, right? So you can also give French and German. You can give many languages. Okay, so according to the languages we have language codes for HTML and we'll specify that code. So it's always a better practice to write the language, to specify the language for a HTML page. Okay, so for every page let me give its language. Okay, language equals English, language equals English. Fine, and now we have this char set equals UTF-8. So this is nothing but character set. Okay, so we also need to specify this line in the head. Okay, inside head we have to specify this char set. Now we are using character set as UTF-8, so we are keeping the character set in the head. Okay, so it is also a best practice to describe the meta character set in our HTML pages. So whenever you write your code, you just specify this meta character set. Okay, So it's always a good practice. So yeah, here the title would be Apple doc. Okay, fine. So inside the body, I'll again write one paragraph. So Apple is a well reputed company. It sells many quality products. We can purchase the electronic goods. Apple sells many quality products, so, such as mobiles, laptops, iPads, and many more. And many more. Okay, so I want a break statement here. You can visit the Apple website by clicking on the following link. Okay, fine. Let me save this. You can see here. Okay, I haven't given any link. So basically, what I'll do, I'll just open this HTML index.html page, and now in here after image, I'm gonna use a break, and now I'm going to write a link for this page. Okay, so how to give the links? You have to give the anchor tag. Okay, and in the anchor tag, I'm going to give first click here to go to HTML page. Okay, so I'm going to give the reference here. href equals HTML page, HTML dot app, HTML page dot HTML, right? You can press enter. Fine. So now I'm going to break the statement here also. And now I can give another anchor tag. Click here to go to Apple page. So I'm going to specify the H reference, the reference link equals. So apple.html, fine. Okay. So now I'm going to HTML page.html and I'm going to break the statement here. And now I'm going to write a anchor tag here also. And I'm gonna say here, click here to go to main page. And I'm going to give the reference as index.html because it is the main page. Okay, and I'm going to Apple, and let me open the Apple website, apple.com. Okay, and I'm going to copy this. Now go here, let me add a break statement here, and now let me add an anchor tag. You can visit the Apple website by clicking on the following link. Click here for Apple website. Okay, anchor tag. So here I'm going to give href equals, I'm gonna paste the link, and now I'm going to center. I'm going to break this statement here, and now I'm going to add another anchor tag by stating click here to go to main page. And now you can give the reference href href equals index.html page. Fine. I'm gonna save all these things. HTML page.html, index.html. So now what's gonna happen? You can see. Click on here. So click here to go to HTML page. Click here to go to Apple page. If I click on HTML page, it will redirect to HTML page, which is saying this page is a HTML page. HTML is a hypertext markup language. This is basically used for front-end development. So instead of opening in a new tab, I'm going to open in the same tab. Okay. This page is a HTML page. HTML is a hypertext markup language. This is basically used for front-end development. For back-end, we can use Java, .NET, or any other programming language. So click here go to main page. If I click on here, it will again redirect to this page. Click here to go to Apple page. So I'm gonna click here. Okay. So Apple is a well-reputed company. It sells many quality products. So whatever blah 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 we have written on the web page, in the HTML page, it's gonna reflect in our web application. So click here for Apple website. I'm gonna click here for in a new tab. Okay, in a new tab, it's getting opened apple.com. Okay, you can see the Apple products over here. And if you click here, click to go to main page, it will again go to index.html. Have you understood how I have created this web page? First, if you remember, index.html is something which is the main page. So if you want to understand the code, whenever you have some random code, search for index.html and go for it. Open that, and you can see the title, my first web application. So it will be displayed over here. Fine. So the next thing would be image equals source equals tree.jpg. You can search for tree.jpg. Where is it? You can open that, and you can see, okay, this image is getting displayed on the web page. So you can close that. So alternatively, image of tree. I have told you what's the use. You can see the width and breadth now. Fine. So there is a break statement here, and here you have seen an anchor tag. So it is referring to HTML page.html. So you can see where is HTML page.html. Here it is. So what's that written over there? Click here to go to HTML page. You can see here. So you can open HTML page.html. So what happens if we click? If we click, there is a paragraph that is getting displayed over there, and there is another link index.html, which is again this page. So if you click on this, it will go to HTML, index.html. So there is a break statement, and there is another href which is referring to apple.html page. You can search for apple.html page. You can click on that. It's getting opened this. So here is some paragraph which is getting displayed over there. If we click on that link, and there is a href which is pointing towards a external website, apple.com. So click here for Apple website, and click here to go to main page. We have given the h reference as index.html. Whenever you click on that, it will again go to index.html. So that is what we have created. It's very simple if you understand how to give links and how to insert image. Okay, so by this video you came to know how to insert images, how to define its width and breadth, how to create some external links, how to create internal links which is going to display over the HTML pages which we have created, and yeah, how to play with those things you have learned. So it's very simply you have created 2 to 3 pages. Simple, right? It's the main page, it's the HTML page, and it's the Apple page, and here is the Apple website page which is going towards Apple website, and this is the main page. So very simply, by playing, you have created 2 to 3 web pages. Simply, very simple. So now you almost learned about HTML because you learned how to write lists, you learned how to write tables, you learned some images, you learned how to keep links. You have learned a lot of things, so you need to keep it in mind. So let us start with CSS from the next lecture. So that if something left in HTML, we can cover through the CSS part. Okay, while explaining the CSS part, we can cover the leftover HTML part also. Okay, so what is basically CSS? CSS is something which is used for you can say styling purpose. Okay, so you can see here, if we are writing some text, it's a plain text. So if you go to some web pages like Apple web page, you can see Apple website. Let me open that. You can see here there is something which is blue in color, and if you that is coming as link, I can show you. There is something pinkish shade, right? um, you can see a good web page has many colors to it. You can see here many colors. So without these colors, you cannot, the web page is not that much attractive. So before the invention of CSS, the web pages looked like this. Okay, which is not that much good to look at, isn't it? It do not has any hyperlink, I mean not hyperlinks, colorings. Okay, so it is not in a good style. You can see here, it also has many um, styles. You can see this is of different style, this is of different style, and this is of different style, isn't it? So it has different font styles, font colors, font, different font sizes, and many more. So these all can be possible by using CSS. Okay, basic CSS is used for that. So from the next lecture onwards, we are going to see the leftover HTML, if any. I'm going to look into the lectures once again and let me confirm whether the HTML is fully covered or not. If not, I'll be explaining HTML along with CSS. Fine. So I hope you are clear until now. So let's meet up in the next lecture.